Hi, I'm Donna Wells with CDHA. This next video will discuss how to prepare a mindset as we return to work. As dental hygienists, we have a number of concerns. Is it safe for me to return to work? Will I put my family at risk? Will I have the same pay or the same hours when I return? What will the stress level of my clients or coworkers be? It can seem overwhelming at times. With me is Catherine Eitel-Belt, a communication specialist in the dental field. Thank you for joining us, Catherine.
You're welcome. I'm glad to be with you.
Given some of the concerns and worries our members may have when returning to work, can you speak on how they can achieve a positive mindset, which will make the back to work transition easier?
Yeah, I think this is such an important topic, Donna, because it speaks to our overall intention about who we want to be in the workplace and really in life in general. As a hygienist, I think that I would be safe in saying most dental hygienists want to be as professional and kind and just effective as possible. And to do that, it really requires setting the intention that you want to be seen in your practice and in your profession as someone who always has a positive impact on the people they work with, on the culture in their practice. I think it would be safe to say we all want to be seen as problem solvers, you know, as people who contribute to being part of the solution rather than part of the problem. So I think number one would be to decide who you want to be in the world and in your profession and in your practice. Decide how you want to be viewed, and then practice some skills and some tools to get you there. Things that come to mind for me are remembering that during this time where every one of us is feeling a little stressed and a little worried, to remember that it's not just us that feels that way, that we're not alone in this, that everyone else is also feeling the pressure and the stress of this crisis. And in any time really where you know, the stakes are high. So I think one thing to remember is that people who are under stress may not act or say things exactly the way you would have them react, or the way you would have them communicate. So if you can just have some empathy for where other people are, remembering that it's not just you that might be worried or stressed. Others also may be wrestling with that. I think just being considerate of other people and empathetic, like we said. Also, you can't, it's important to focus on what you can control and what you can impact, and let go of the things you can't. We can't control how other people respond, but we can control what we do and what we say and the intentions we make. So I think focusing on that, I have found it really useful to create a daily discipline. So because I've already decided who I want to be in the world and in my profession, I make a little morning routine and an evening routine so that my day is sort of teed up to be the best it can be. It doesn't always go that way, but I try to tee it up so that it will. So I spend, I get up a little bit early, 15, 20 minutes earlier than I might absolutely need to, just so that I can read something that makes me feel more positive, do a little meditation, whatever that is for you, prayer, just sitting and breathing deeply and being, grateful for the day and what you have. That discipline sets me on a more positive path and sort of resets the counters, if you will, no matter what the day was before and no matter what's getting ready to transpire. It just really reboots me. And I think having that daily discipline is a huge skill that I've really come to appreciate. So I think some of those things would be, set your intention of who you want to be in the world and how you want to have a positive impact. Remember, other people are also feeling stress, so have some empathy and understanding. focus on what you can do to better the situation, to contribute positively in your communications. Focus on what you can control and develop that daily discipline that sort of sets your day off every day in a positive way.
Great. How do you think gratitude factors into a positive mindset?
It's everything. It's everything, Donna. It is the balancing factor between what you have and what you don't have. Without it, what we're missing in life, whether that's income, whether that's safety, whether that's security, whether it's a feeling of respect, feeling productive, all of those things, they feel like everything. They feel overwhelming. Gratitude comes in and balances it. Gratitude, the discipline of gratitude is the reminder that there is more to us than what we're missing. There is also the things we already have. And in our profession as dental professionals and dental hygienists, there will always be people who have less. There will always be those who aren't making as much as we are, even though we may not be making as much as we'd like, or there will always be people who don't have any job whatsoever. They have no hours at all, even though we're feeling like, oh, my hours have been cut. So I'm not downplaying it. I'm just saying that having gratitude, let's say you still have a job, but you don't have the number of hours you used to have prior to this crisis. Well, right now, you have a little more than someone else. So gratitude helps balance to say, I'm going to focus equally on the things I have that I'm certain of, that I feel grateful for, that are positive in my life. I'm going to at least give that as much attention as I'm giving what I don't have. And it just keeps it in perspective. Without it, everything is blown out of perspective and it will be completely overwhelming. So if you want to be known as that positive influence in your profession, you have to keep this in check. And the way you keep it in check so that you can positively deal with the issues you need to deal with is to not forget to have gratitude for the job you do have, for the industry that's given you this amazing career, for the people, the other dental hygienists and professionals that have impacted your career positively and encouraged you. Even this association, the resources that you've, the fact that you're watching this video right now and you belong to a group that is determined to give you resources to advance your career, that's something to be very grateful for. And if you can keep that at the forefront, it will at least balance the feeling of lack or, going without. Yeah.
Excellent. How would you recommend dental hygienists interact with their dental team members?
I think we have to ask for what we want and what we need, maybe more importantly, in a way that is respectful, in a way that is non-judgmental if people don't necessarily agree with us. But we can't assume people can read our minds. We have to ask for what we need in a way that is kind, confident, and steady. And many of the videos we've done together will help dental hygienists to learn how to do that, learn how to ask for what they need with confidence and with being respectful of another perspective. But I think that's it. We need to show up for our team as steady, as confident, as positive influences. And so I think if you're the voice of abundance, you're the voice of gratitude, you're the voice of kindness, you're the voice of respect for other people, and you are not afraid to step up and ask for what you need in a respectful way, I think that is the best that we could be in terms of interacting with our team members. We want to be supportive of them. We want them to know that we are glad to be a part of this team and that we want to support them as much as we want to be supported.
Yeah, absolutely. What are some final thoughts for our members?
Well, I think we're all going to have bad days. We've had some already, and we're going to have more in the future, and we're going to have more 10 years from now. You know, that's life. That's part of working in a profession like this. It's not always going to be perfect, rarely so. So I think knowing that if you do all of these things and you watch these videos we've produced and you learn the skills, you're still going to have a bad day. And the best any of us can do is to say, all right, well, I want tomorrow to be better. So I'm going to set my intention to that. I'm going to set my intention to um, rebooting and not letting one bad day or even a bad week, you know, be the prescription for the rest of your life or career. So, you know, we have to sort of, I always say we have to sort of bend at the knees, especially right now. We have to be flexible and just know that one bad day doesn't mean a bad career. It just meant a bad day. So, you know, don't let that be blown out of proportion. Give yourself permission and room and resources to grow. Your results right now are a reflection of where you are in terms of your own personal leadership and your own personal communication. So if your results right now, whatever that is, income, the you know, amount that you're working, your place in the practice, all of that, if any of those results aren't to your liking and you're dissatisfied with them, that's a really good positive clue that there's some areas of growth for you. So I'm always asking myself, so if that's the result I want and I'm not getting it, what is it I need to do? What is it I need to learn? What is it I need to improve in order to go get what I need and what I want? So look at this as feedback that's showing you where you could grow. Like I said, there's always going to be people who are that have more than you, have accomplished more, and there's always going to be people that are just starting that have accomplished a lot less. So I think wherever you are on that scale, just know that wherever we are in life, there's always people who have more or less, and keeping that in perspective, I think, is really, really helpful.
Thank you, Catherine, for that insightful discussion on setting a positive mindset as we return to work. To our CDHA members, I encourage you to use the resources available on the COVID-19 webpage at cdha.ca. We understand that this may be a stressful time, so please make use of the information we've provided: the webinars, the scientific literature, the FAQs, and especially the Return to Work Handbook. And note that CDHA will continue to support you through this time. You've got this.